Very excited to be asked to do this evening. I don't need these anymore. There we go. Hauntings, ghosts, as near as I can tell, are spirits that have failed to achieve their purpose on Earth and their full potential. In this, as in many other things, my view of the world and the afterlife is in direct alignment with the views of Professor J.R.R. Tolkien. And in his mythology, there were ghosts, and there were the Barrow-wights that tormented Frodo and Merry and Pippin and Sam, and even Sweet Bill the Pony. And they were creatures that were supposed to do something and then resisted the call to do that thing. And that to me is horrifying. So when asked to do this, as a person that is mostly made of ghosts, I said yes. Recently, I was asked to do a show at Underground Arts for this very popular podcast called Las Culturistas. I don't think so, honey. They were doing a tour, and they called on all these funny people to do it. And everyone else decided to be funny, and I decided that I would deliver a 90-second lecture. This was a mistake. This is the newest of my many ghosts. But the oldest ghost, I think, because I spent a lot of time trying to figure out where it all went wrong and how I started picking up these monstrous spirits. And I think it was in Switzerland as a youth. I was standing on a balcony at the Lausanne American School in Switzerland. Maybe you've been there. It's a beautiful campus. I was offered a scholarship to attend as a freshman in high school. I didn't do it. I chose not to go to boarding school in the Alps as a teenager. And I think from that moment, everything has been totally wrong. In 2005, I was in a comedy club in Birmingham, which is one of the most populous cities in England. And I had basically walked my way into the gig by showing up to another comedy show, wearing a nice suit, and asking if I could please perform there. If you know anything about stand-up comedy, that is not the way it works. Normally, you have to work for 6 or 7 years. They're mean to you. They bully you out of it. They don't book you. And then eventually, they'll let you do 3 minutes on a Tuesday night. I walked in wearing a nice suit and said, "Can you come back next Friday and do 10 minutes?" I did. And I got laughs. And they said, "Come back anytime." And I said, "I don't think so. I'm going to move to Arizona, get married to the wrong person, and take up gentleman farming in the style of Thomas Jefferson, but with a noticeable difference about the organization of the labor." Not my most recent ghost, but one of the biggest. 2 years after that, fall of 2007. The fall of 2007 for me started in June of 2007 and lasted all the way until spring of 2009. It was a very bad time. I was in New York City at the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater. I'd walked my way into another really great gig. They do a thing called Liquid Courage. It's an open mic at midnight on a Friday. And I showed up for a while, and I was doing goofy characters where I dress up like a pirate and eat spicy peppers and avocado and talk about nutrition and vitamin C, and it was fine. But they said, "You know what? We want to give you a half hour here." You can't do that now. You have to take thousands of dollars worth of classes, and then they still won't let you do it. So I got this half-hour show. I did all of my characters. At the time, I was building a little stage, and I'd go backstage, and I'd change into my little costumes. I did poetry as Master Shredder from the Ninja Turtles. "I sit with Krang, my brainy friend, inside the Technodrome. You see a hollow metal house, but to me it is a home." The show went fine. I left the next morning. I was like, "You know what? This isn't working out. I don't feel good about the show. And the people of the Upright Citizens Brigade Theater, founded by Amy Poehler, I think I know more about comedy than they do. So I'm going to refuse their offer to hang out here some more." That might be the biggest of the ghosts. was a beautiful campus, Lausanne, in Switzerland. The dorm room, I still see it. It was like a ski lodge because it was perched on the side of the mountain, and you could ski. I was a championship skier in my youth, and then we moved to Saudi Arabia, so I couldn't ski anymore. I was perched on the side of the mountain. You could ski from the cafeteria from Switzerland into other countries. And at 14, I said, no. I could have learned French by hanging out, smoking hash in the Alps. Instead, I speak no French. None at all. I still see it so clearly, that patio. Because it had a patio. It's a dorm room with a patio, and the view is the Swiss Alps. But not for me. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to a cowboy-themed boarding school. I'm allergic to horses. That's where it all went wrong. That's where I started picking them up. And I know I'm going to pick up some more before the year's out. Thanksgiving, Christmas, this is prime ghost collecting time. But I feel good about this. I mean, I feel pretty good about it. I do sometimes wish that I had gone to that school. As lovely as this is, and all of you are, this isn't who I'm supposed to be at all.